Hey there guys, it's Sam from Gemini Martial Arts team. Hope you're all doing well today. Welcome back to the channel, and we're going to be going over another weird and obscure Taekwondo technique. Booyah! Right guys, first and foremost, thank you for coming back to the channel. And today we're going to be covering a technique from Poomsae Pyongwon. This technique is rather obscure, it needs a bit more of explanation, and it has changed a few times over the years. Not as obvious if you're learning Pyongwon for the first time. And that technique, what we're going to be doing is this one. So those who know Poomsae Pyongwon, we'll break it down. You've just done your front kick, back kick, you've landed, double knife hand block, circle double knife hand block, then from here, you do this. Now this technique has changed, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, numerous times over the years. When I was learning Poomsae Pyongwon, what we were doing, the stance, the horse riding stance was nice and deep, nice and wide. That block was about a right angle your flank, right angle your tricep, right angle forearm, right angle bicep. Your supporting arm was coming across. So it's almost like you're doing a high section Montong Maki, which is a bit of an idiosyncrasy because Montong means middle, but you've also got your left arm supporting that as an extra block across here. So as you can see from here, this arm is up guarding and blocking. This arm is supporting the guard, or it's a guard in itself, defending against an attack from beneath or another attack from the side, where you could then turn that into a high block or a guarding covering block yourself. So that's how I learned when I was doing Poomsae Pyongwon. Now Poomsae Pyongwon, for the Kukiwon Poomsae guidelines, your horse riding stance is much more narrow, probably about just over shoulder width apart. That guard comes up exactly the same height, same right angles, but the left arm is now coming out here. So you're not bringing it across to support or guard, it's now almost turned into a punch. And indeed, that's what I'm proposing this technique is actually now. You've changed the technique from a guard into a joint defense attack technique. So from here, we'll do it the new Poomsae way. Here, here, there. So from the front, it would look like this. As you can see, this arm is no longer over here guarding or supporting. It's now turned into a side punch. So this technique, this one here is relatively straightforward. You're blocking against something. You're blocking against either a roundhouse kick coming to your head, a technique coming to the side of your head, maybe it's like a haymaker hook punch, as I said, roundhouse kick, even a hook kick, a spinning hook kick, that is up here to guard your head, regardless of what the attacking technique is. The left arm is now a punch, it's a side punch. Coming across, your opponent's here, or you've got a secondary opponent, and you're punching into them whilst you're doing this block. So from the front, again, roundhouse comes in, block that, another opponent's here, punch them at the same time. It's interesting because WT Poomsae does not have many joint counter block techniques. It doesn't have a block with a strike. They have a few in some of the Poomsae, but it's not common. What you'll get in Poomsae is usually a block followed by a counter. So this technique is interesting. And it's interesting how they changed it from a supporting block or a supporting guard to let's make this an attacking technique. So that, guys, is what this technique is in Poomsae Pyongwon. It's a joint guard, a joint attack against a secondary opponent. Now, of course, this technique here, the punch is not going to be against the same person throwing the technique to guard up against here, because they're going to be too far away. Especially if it's a roundhouse kick, they probably want to get some distance, so probably about the same length as where that post is. So they're going to be too far away for you to punch, so it has to be a second person standing here for you to strike them. There. Let's do it fast mode from the side. So guys, next time you practice Poomsae Pyongwon and you do this technique, just remember, that's what it could be. I'm Sam from Gemini Martial Arts team. Stay tuned for more videos. Booyah!